In a world full of noise, where everyone tries to speak louder just to be noticed, imagine being the person who walks into a room and says nothing, yet everyone feels your presence. That's real power, not in your words, not in your clothes, not in how flashy you are, but in your energy, in your calm, in your unshakable strength. This kind of man doesn't have to prove anything, because he has already proven everything to himself. He is the most valuable person in the room, not because he chases attention, but because he has built himself into someone who carries value wherever he goes. Quietly, humbly, with deep respect for himself and others. The problem is, most people today are chasing external validation. They wear their status like a costume and hope someone claps. They talk big, but their minds are small. They want the rewards without the work, the respect without the refinement, the strength without the suffering. But you can't fake true value. The moment you speak, the moment you walk, the moment you react to life, people can tell if you've done the work or not. And when a man hasn't built himself, he becomes desperate. Desperate for women to notice him. Desperate for fake friends to accept him. Desperate for quick success to hide his deep insecurity. It's a cycle of chasing, not becoming. Now here's the truth that flips everything. To become the most valuable person in the room, you don't chase, you cultivate. You build. You start with discipline. You take care of your health. You train your body to be capable, strong, and dependable. Not for show, but because when you respect your body, you carry yourself with a different kind of authority. Then you go inward. You master your emotions. You learn how to be calm when others are loud, how to think clearly under pressure, how to say no without guilt, how to walk away when your values are being stepped on. You become unshakable because your roots go deep. Like an old oak tree, you don't move for every breeze. Semen retention plays a massive role in this journey. It's not just about avoiding lust or controlling urges. It's about channeling that energy into something greater. Every time you hold that power inside you, you're choosing mastery over weakness. You're choosing focus over distraction. That power starts to build in your voice, in your eyes, in your decisions. You walk differently. You speak with less hesitation. You carry an invisible weight, masculine, focused, sharp. You stop seeking women to complete you, and instead, you become the man who women feel safe, inspired, and awakened by. Being valuable also means being emotionally intelligent. You don't react out of ego or fear. You listen when others speak. You stay silent when emotions run hot. You can sit with discomfort and not flinch. That emotional strength is rare, and people feel drawn to it. They know you're someone who doesn't break under pressure. And when you combine that with humility, knowing your worth without the need to show off, you become magnetic. People trust you, admire you, and most of all, respect you. But this kind of man doesn't happen overnight. He's forged through pain, through solitude, through relentless self-discipline. He works in silence while others scroll. He trains while others complain. He invests in books while others gossip. He walks away from drama and focuses on legacy. Every day he wakes up with a sense of duty, to sharpen himself, to master his emotions, to improve just 1% more than yesterday. That's the kind of man who becomes irreplaceable. And here's what's most beautiful about this path. When you become that man, you don't need to dominate others to feel powerful. You dominate yourself. You carry such inner calm that others around you begin to calm down too. You walk into chaos and order follows. You speak few words and people listen. Not because you're loud, but because you're real. You're rooted. Your presence carries weight. You're dangerous, but you choose peace. You could destroy, but you protect. That balance, kind and dangerous, is the essence of the most powerful men in history. And through all this strength, you remain humble. Because you know what it took. You remember the lonely nights, the doubts, the failures, the small wins. You don't look down on others. You reach your hand out to pull them up. But you never lower your standards to please the crowd. You stand tall, not because you're better, but because you've earned your ground. That's humility. That's honor. Are you feeling stuck, distracted, or burnt out? It's time to break free. I suggest you read The Art of Being Unstoppable. This book is your blueprint to sharpen your mind, master your emotions, and reclaim control of your life. Inside, you'll unlock powerful tools for focus, flow, resilience, and purpose, so you can rise above chaos and step into your highest potential. Stop surviving and start dominating. Become who you were meant to be. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. So how do you become the most valuable person in the room? You stop trying to be liked and start trying to be real. You let go of needing to be the loudest and choose to be the most grounded. You cut out distractions and addictions and learn to master your mind. You take care of your body like it's your temple. You hold in your seed and channel it into your goals, your vision, your future. You become someone who doesn't need a spotlight because you are the light. And when you do that, when you become the kind of man who's emotionally strong, physically capable, mentally sharp, sexually disciplined, spiritually grounded, humble but unshakably confident, you'll never need to chase status again. Because wherever you go, you bring value. You become the one who others look to when things fall apart. The one who leads, not by force, but by example. The one who walks like treasure, rare, powerful, quietly shining. This is the journey. This is the calling. Not to be popular, but to be respected. Not to be rich, but to be valuable. Not to be feared, but to be honored. So build yourself in silence. Train like a warrior. Speak like a wise man. Move like a king. And carry yourself with the calm, dangerous strength of a man who knows exactly who he is and what he brings to the world. If you made it until here, leave a mind emoji in the comments. I want to see how many of you reach the end and are truly willing to finish what you start. And remember, together we are unstoppable. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay strong.